enjoying the group Gecko therapy. We're having a nice night. How much time do I have? How many more people coming? 20 minutes? Okay, great. Let's bring up the more folks. Listen, I'm going to ask you guys something. Who's got some shit they want to talk about? Who really feels like they got some shit they want to talk about? Lyle! Right here! You, sir. Something about your eyes. What's your name, man? What's your name? My name is Odysseus Kari, and you can call me Audie. Audie, everybody, give it up for him. Woo! Audie, how's it going, man?
Hello, Lyle. I've been a fan forever.
Oh, thanks, man.
My first chorus as well. Woo! Genuinely the best festival I've ever been to with the greatest people. Like, everybody got each other's backs, and I love that. So, yeah, shout out to everybody.
Okay. So, Audie, what is it that you wanted to come up and talk about today?
So, along with everybody here, I'm sure all of you guys have trips some point in your life. And I started that pretty early on in my childhood, around 12 years old. And,
Wow.
yeah. And I was starting to trip at least like twice a month for about 2 years. And
Like in 6th grade?
yeah, 7th grade to 8th grade. So, and
See, nowadays, I think that's kind of fucked up, but if I were also in 7th grade,
Shut up.
I would think that's so
shut up. Okay. Along with that came the consequence, and I'm sure some of you guys know this, as HPPD, hallucinogenic perception persisting disorder. Basically, Lyle, you're tripping all the fucking time. All moments of my day, I will see my emotions and what I feel. So, anytime I'm feeling really anxious or scared or fearful, I will see skulls, like thousands of skulls just layered across my vision as like I'm a fly. Or when I'm with my family and I'm feeling a deep feeling of love, I will just see the stereotypical chakra spinning fractals you'll see on a basic girl's wall. You know? Right. So, along with this came from other mental disabilities that's been affecting, I don't know if it's negatively or positively affecting my life, because I've had a lot of deep thoughts about it. I've wrote my capstone paper for psychology over it. I wrote how everybody in this world either is schizophrenic or autistic or somewhere in between.
Why do people keep accusing the crowd of being autistic?
Hey, I think autistic people are awesome. So, shout out to everybody.
Continue.
So, along with this, it has progressively been getting worse. I have not tripped in like a year or two. And weed definitely makes it worse. And it has been difficult to not smoke. Like, it has always been my fallback. And I was just wondering, what are your ways of getting over addiction? And what are your guys' ways? Because I know like not smoking weed is not the way to go. But when you're seeing shit every time you smoke it, it's not the best thing. Real.
Well, oh man, alright, I fucked up with the turtle, and that was my redemption. Well, okay, so I mean, tell me, man, how often are you smoking weed? Are you getting high at the festival?
Yeah, I've smoked a couple of times. I don't even need a trip.
Okay. So, what would you say that you're addicted to?
Nicotine and weed. So, I cannot not smoke it.
Well, look, man, here's the thing. I'm no professional, and I have my own addictions to, like, food and shit. I mean, look, man, is there anything that you feel like weed is kind of, like, that you're running away from, or that you're using weed to cope with?
As I was growing up, I was the middle child of the family, and if any middle childs are out there, y'all were the forgotten ones, let me tell you. So, I always came out looking for attention, trying to have my parents notice me, And I guess being a delinquent teenager was the route I wanted to go. And it worked. So, later on the path, I've been starting to realize how it's affected my relationships with other people, and along with the HPPD, and
In what way do you think it's affected your relationships with other people?
in that I had this really good buddy my first semester of college, and for some reason, throughout this experience, he hopped on the Andrew Tate craze. He wanted to get his money up, he wanted to get all the bitches, and he wanted to move to Dubai, basically.
Bugatti!
He thought it was a Bugatti?
Where's the hotel rooftop party, Lyle?
Where's the hotel rooftop party?
I've been waiting for
Dude, don't ask me, ask the fucking turtle.
And along with this, we had a pretty good argument amongst each other of what we find important in each other's lives, and he really pointed out the hypocrisies we both did between each other, and how we had the same prospectus life view of pursuing love and what makes you happy.
And what is it that makes you happy?
Being together with the people that share the same interests, that make me feel good about who I am, and that I can feel myself around. And as I grew up, I thought I could relate to everybody like that, but now I understand that it's a very small few portion who truly will be there for you. And I understand you.
Do you really think that's true, man? Do you think that it's a small portion of people? I mean, you have friends.
Lyle, coming into like this day and age,
Yeah.
with social media corrupting the brains of us youngsters, it is pretty easy to dismay a friend in need when there's so many other distractions that people want you to think about.
So you do have friends?
Yes, I came here with my girlfriend. So.
Okay. So you have people in your life who...
I have people in my life.
Okay. So you have people in your life. So I guess I'm kind of confused at like where all this pessimism is coming from.
So what I wanted to also break down along with the HPPD was the symptoms of schizophrenia. I was getting into the paper about that. And along with this, I've been hearing some strange voices. I've been believing more and more in God when I was a lot like that first story about the cat. But the voices have been telling me to do some weird shit.
Okay, I was gonna say what you will about schizophrenia, but strange voices, new friends.
Actually though, straight up, I have hundreds. So
To that point of what I just said, do the voices, by the way, I want to keep talking to you about this, but I do need to ask you a question. Have you talked to a real therapist about this?
yes, I have.
What did they say?
I do not want to take my medication. So I believe that it is placebo, or they're trying to.
Your therapist gave you medication,
A psychiatrist, yeah.
and did you tell them you don't want to take it?
Yes.
What did they tell you?
They said, let's take your blood, and then I got scared. And they took my blood work, and I haven't gone back there. So, Lyle.
You know what I'm going to tell you, right?
Lyle, you gotta get on the same. Okay.
Dude, you're not going to convince me not to tell you to take your medication, man. You gotta take it, man. Listen. Here we go. Marty, listen, man. You seem like a good dude. You really do. You seem like a good dude. You seem like a smart guy. Take your medication, man. Listen, you seem like a smart guy. You're not smarter than your psychiatrist, though. You gotta take your meds, man.
I think I will think on this statement.
Okay, good. Does anyone in the crowd have any questions for Roddy? Anyone? You, sir. Oh, wait. Yes, you. Why don't you want to take it to begin with? That's a good question.
Straight up, I am worried it will change the way I view life and the way I view. Thank you. I hear the people agreeing with me. I get it. I get it. But like, look, man, if you had like a broken arm or some shit, and the doctor was like, you need to get in a sling and take this medication, you wouldn't just be like, nah, man, I read on Reddit that you're not supposed to do that. Okay, I definitely see where you're going with this, but can't you also agree with me on how little we know about psychiatry and how
I could agree with you.
How this could be God talking to me.
I could agree with you about how little we know about psychiatry, but psychiatrists know more.
Okay.
Does anyone else have any other questions? What, you're a psychiatrist? You want it thumbs up? Okay. Let's do it. Alright, we're tag team. Gecko out. Real therapist in. Here. I'll say this. Have a seat. Oh, okay, go ahead. Say what you want to say.
I have really bad stage.
Alright, hold on. Is this go ahead.
Okay, hey guys. Oh, this is weird. I hate speaking in front of people, but I'm a psychiatrist.
Have a seat for just a second. What did you like to say?
I graduated from my psychiatry residency last week. This is my celebration.
Oops, sorry.
This is very special.
Okay, and this is your final exam. You thought it was over. It's not.
This was meant to happen.
In video game tournaments, nobody's gonna understand what this means, but in video game tournaments, we call this thug finals. Alright, go.
Lyle, as I've been listening to you, HPPD, first of all, thank you for teaching me, because, so I know of it because I'm also a psychedelic psychiatrist, and that's really I haven't met people who suffer in the way that you have, and you have taught me something tonight, so thank you.
I'm happy to share the experience.
You have a lot of risk factors for HPPD. If you have underlying mental illness, depression, schizophrenia, you're more likely to develop it. One of the biggest ways to trigger it is smoking weed. Even if you take your meds, if you're still smoking weed, they're not going to do much for you. So that's something you have to think about.
The temptation.
Hey, you're the new fucking Therapy Gecko. Straight up. Wow. How do you, can I ask you, and I know, look man, I know it's only been like 10 fucking minutes and it's not gonna maybe change your entire life perspective, but like, how do you feel hearing this from a professional and a gecko
When I told you I came here, these were the best people I've ever met. I truly meant that. I felt like this was supposed to happen. I felt like Lyle was supposed to bring me up to the stage so I could meet this woman, so she could genuinely change my mind about it. For real.
Wait, do we like do some shit?
My name's Katie.
Let's give it up for Katie, everybody. Does anyone, how much time do we got left? Does anyone have any questions
I
for
have something
Katie?
else to say to Lyle.
Oh, please, what's up?
There's no shame in the medicine game.
Okay, I've been taking my Xanax.
And you said placebo. The brain is so special. One of the biggest indications for if a medication is going to work for a patient is if they think it's going to work.
Really?
Yes. There is a big part of the actual medicine, but the body, and you're right, the brain, there's a lot we don't know, but we can use that to our advantage.
I feel where you're coming from.
And so if you are defended as you are right now against meds and you're smoking weed, yeah, don't fucking take your meds, it's not going to do anything. If you find a doctor that you trust Because you have to feel safe. Because I know you don't want to let those chemicals in. Find a doctor that you trust, and then talk to them openly. There's something called alpha agonists, specifically, are the first line for HPPD. You can talk about that. There's things that can work, but you also have to feel safe.
I want your number, doctor.
Wait, so does this mean that like if I take a Flintstones gummy and I like really like think about it curing my stomach ache, it'll do that?
Probably part.
Holy shit! Alright. Saving money on health insurance. Fuck yeah. Flintstones vitamins. Flintstones vitamins. If you believe it will happen. I'm sorry.
There is a way out for you. It's going to take you facing what you're defending against and getting out of your own way in terms of finding safety, building a relationship. To separate from the drugs you're addicted to, you have to build connections outside of the substances because that will become the number one thing in your life. You have to build external connections. This is a great fucking place to do it.
And I hope that if there were ever a place to make friends with people other than the voices in your head telling you to do bad things, it is right here at Electric Force. What's your name one more time?
Dr. Chilton.
Dr. Chilton! Dr. Chilton, do you have any final things you want to say to the crowd before we go?
This is my favorite place in the universe. And this is very special, and I love all of you. All of you.
Any final things you want to say?
Hey, thank you. Keep supporting one and each other, every one of you. For real. Y'all are beautiful.
Build connections, take the lessons you learn here and spread it around because the world needs it.
Dr. Shelton, right? Dr. Shelton and Audie, everybody. Give it up for her. Give it up for her. Yes! Thank you guys very, very, very much. Give it up for these guys one more time. Holy shit. Oh my God! That was the most therapy ever done on my show, and it wasn't me doing it. This was awesome. Dude, thank you guys very much for coming out. This was crazy, man. This was so much fun. Alright, I do have one last thing that I want to do before we go. Is that cool with you guys? Can we play the song? Do we have time for the song? Krista, do we have time? I would spend each day the color of leaves. When I think it might be nicer, either red or yellow, gold, something like that, or rather like that. It's not easy being green. Seems to blend in with so many other ordinary things. And people tend to pass you over. Cause you're not sitting on like flashy sparkles in the water or stars in the sky. But green's the color of spring, and green can be cool and friendly like it's kind of more of a rant than a song. And green can be big like a mountain, or important like a river, or tall like a tree not beyond 5'6". When green is all there is to be, it can make you wonder why, but why wonder? Why wonder? I am green and divine. It's beautiful, and I think it's what I want to be. Electric Force, thank you guys.